the shortest distance, the fastest way to travel between 2 points is a straight line, and with people, fast is slow. Because we know they're slow to move through discomfort, and they'll do their darndest to avoid pain. So how do we reconcile that? For the love of humanity, and because you and I are so intimately connected, this is the Daily Empowerment Podcast. Daily empowerment to empower you to be strong, to be brave, and to be beautiful. For weeks now, in this podcast, which is also featured on YouTube, I have been investigating with you how to help individuals, such as yourself, reach your goals through nonlinear goal setting. Now, I want to take a moment to look at the bigger picture by answering in part this question: how does nonlinear goal setting help humanity? It has often been said that the quickest way to plot a course between 2 lines or 2 points is a straight line. But when it comes to people, I like to listen to Stephen R Covey's quote from 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. He says that with people, fast is slow. So what does that mean? Well, why does that happen? Simply, people fear change. People fear change because it is often uncomfortable and even sometimes painful. What does it mean? This means that the bigger the change we seek to make, the more painful it is likely to be. People are slow to put themselves through discomfort and to do whatever they often can to avoid pain. How do we go beyond this linear thinking into nonlinear goal setting? How do we reconcile these 2 ideas that the shortest distance, the fastest way to travel between 2 points is a straight line, and with people, fast is slow? Because we know they're slow to move through discomfort, and they'll do their darndest to avoid pain. So how do we reconcile that? We have to find a third point. Something else that allows us to make headway in that goal. So another factor in that goal. So it gives us 3 points, 3 measurements. And so having that third measurement pulls us out of the linear path, that one thing, and it allows us to circumvent some of the pain that first path would have caused us. So what's the difference between discomfort and pain? Discomfort often occurs in areas where the outcome of our action is uncertain, or the outcome itself is not something we currently have a taste and a preference for, because of either culture or habit or belief. Pain is often found where we cannot understand the action or the outcome, or that the outcome itself appears to be a loss. So taking a look at the bigger picture, how does this affect the bigger picture? Both on an individual and on a global scale, sometimes the difference between what we find uncomfortable and what is pain, it is too great of a loss. So what is it that would be too great of a loss to you or to humanity? This is the reason why nonlinear goal setting models should be spread as an idea, because it helps people to ask themselves collectively and individually, what is too big of a loss for us? What is worth looking for another solution, looking for that third point, that third thing that could add to that but take us off the current path, that could circumvent that pain? For me, the loss of human life is the thing that's too great. With big global changes in society, there are those who would kill or let others be killed so that their sacred idea, their so important idea, can be fulfilled. They often set out on this course of rhetoric that guides humanity to the doorstep of pain, to the doorstep of major loss. And then they place the blame on the opposing party when there's death. But change can still be possible. So I'm not saying that these big global changes aren't possible, that you'd have to go through pain to get there. I'm just saying that you can't, that the fastest way is often going to be a path of the biggest destruction. And that the best way is to look for a nonlinear route. It may be slower, but with people, fast is slow. As you plan your course to success, know what change will happen. If change is too uncomfortable, or just uncomfortable, it's often okay to push your way through it. But if the loss is too great, it's not a signal to give up, it's just a signal to alter your course, to look for a new path, which doesn't involve such a big loss. Thank you for tuning into this episode of the Daily Empowerment Podcast. Daily Empowerment to empower you to be strong, to be brave, and to be beautiful. Remember, the views presented here may or may not be those of our management company or our affiliates. And any information you hear should first be reviewed by the corresponding professional, whether that's medical, legal, or financial, before applying it to your life. All rights are reserved by the content's creator.